Sorry to interrupt, but all of us at Tire Discounters are really excited because every time the Braves hit a homer, we're giving all the fans a great deal. Cash off on select tires and free alignments. And free oil changes. Okay, roll it. See store for details.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
Braves fans can enjoy games all summer long at Truist Park with the T-Mobile Summer Steal Deal. With the Summer Steal, you can choose from one of 3 seating locations for any regular season game, weekends included, and receive a ticket, snack, and a drink for as low as $30. Or if you prefer something different, you can choose any menu item up to $12. Visit Braves.com/steal to purchase your tickets today. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
You're not afraid to get dirty. You know there's strength in sweat, pride in a hard day's work, and power in a great team. We agree the best teams run like a well-oiled machine. That's why you need a Yanmar tractor on your roster. The tractor rated #1 in product quality by the EDA 5 years running. From digging and grading to tilling and mowing. Get more done. Take less time. Yanmar gets you to the game faster. See all their tractors online at yanmartractor.com. That's yanmartractor.com.
Great teams win with smart plays. Just like great businesses win with SIA LTL Freight. As the exclusive freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves, SIA brings nationwide customer-first service that delivers every time. Need to move shipments across the country? SIA covers all the bases, coast to coast, to keep your business running smoothly. Make SIA part of your starting lineup. Visit SIA.com. That's SAIA.com.
Hey, this is Chris Domino reminding you that big baseball news can drop at any time before the Major League trade deadline. Listen to me and Nick Cellini while you work weekdays between 10 and 2 on 680 The Fan. 85 degrees here in California's capital city. Wind is blowing out to center field, getting you ready for the Braves and the A's in the first game of this series. Tire Discounters Round Tripper Home Run Promotion offers Braves fans a next-day instant savings on sets of select tires, plus a free alignment and a free oil change. The more homers the Braves hit, the bigger the deals at Tire Discounters. Learn more at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Braves coming out of the first base dugout tonight wearing their red uniform tops, gray pants, navy lettering, navy numerals outlined in white, Braves across the chest on top of the Navy tomahawk. And the A's are coming out of the third base dugout. They're wearing their home white uniform tops, white pants, dark green lettering and numerals outlined in gold, and athletics across the chest of their white uniforms in cursive. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with PrizePicks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download PrizePicks, use code BRAVES, get $50 instantly when you play $5. You must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details. Governing over this game, the rotation of umpires. Chad Whitson is behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Edwin Moscoso is the first base umpire. Chris Guccione, the second base umpire and crew chief. And Jonathan Parra is the third base umpire. The leather for the A's has Nick Kurtz at first base. Zach Geloff, the second baseman. Jacob Wilson is at shortstop. And Max Muncy is at third base. In the outfield for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom in left. Denzel Clark is in center. Lawrence Butler in right. Shea Langoliers is the catcher. And on the mound, the left-hander, Jeffrey Springs. He's 6'3", 220 pounds. This lefty's out of Belmont, North Carolina. He's a veteran, 8 years in the big leagues. He's 32 years old. And tonight's start will be his 17th of the season and his 19th overall appearance. 6 wins, 6 losses, an ERA of 4.07. And when it comes to his arsenal, Nick, what are these Braves hitters going to be seeing?
Yeah, it's a 5-pitch mix. 4 seamers, 88 to 92. Pitches up in the zone. You can't slug the fastball. The changeup's his best pitch. Best swing and miss pitch as well. Slider, a lot middle of the plate. He's got a cutter and sweeper that doesn't use a whole lot either.
And he's coming off of no decision versus the Rays. That's the game the A's won, but he gave up 2 homers. He's been giving up some long balls here lately. It'll be Profar, Olsen, and Riley for the Braves here in the top of the first inning. Climbing in Jerks and Profar, the lefty Jeffrey Springs looking into his catcher. He's ready. And now for the ball game. The first pitch misses low. Starting up at 7:06 Pacific time, and 10:06 back east in Atlanta. And we appreciate you staying up late with us tonight. Going to have to do that for the next couple of nights with the Braves out here on the West Coast. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Profar takes a ball low. 2 balls and no strikes. We mentioned it earlier. The reason that Ronald Acuna is not batting leadoff, he was scratched about 30 minutes before first pitch with lower back tightness. So he's out of there, and that really shook up the Braves lineup. And it's Profar leading it off for the Braves this evening. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch on the way. And he missed high. Fastball in there at 89. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for real sweet brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. All right, 3 balls and no strikes on Profar. Left-hander Springs set up on the third base side of the rubber. Wind up in the 3-0 pitch. And there's a called strike, says home plate umpire Chad Whitson. Profar with a .250 batting average. Of course, just recently coming off the 80-game PED suspension. Came back with a couple of big bangs, a couple of homers in that last homestand. 3-1 pitch, smack deep down the left field line, but that will hook foul.
Yeah, I think Braves against left-handed pitching that hasn't been good all year. He's been really good in his career against lefties. That's his natural side, the right side. Hopefully he brings a little bit of balance to this club.
Lefty Springs kicks and fires the payoff pitch. And that's popped up over there by the Braves dugout. That'll land in the seats down the first base line. Well, talking with some of the A's people, and they're, of course, a little bit more than halfway through the season. They have a much better feel for this yard now than they did when the season began. The thing that we heard more than anything, Nick, is how the ball flies out of this ballpark. Of course, that's something you get a lot with PCL yards. Here comes the 3-2 pitch again to Jurickson Profar. And he'll swing and miss. High fastball got him and 1 down. But it's an A's team that gives up lots of home runs. It's a stadium that yields lots of homers, and that has to be the hope for a Braves team that has been famished for the power that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is a PCL park. You know, if you get the ball up in the zone, it's likely to go out of the park if they square it up, and that's the hope today. Look, Springs tries to pitch up with that fastball. We've seen it early.
Pitch to Matt Olson in for a called strike.
And if he can do that consistently up towards the top, he's really good. But if he dips down a little, that's when those home runs come to play.
Left-on-left matchup, Springs and Olson. 0-1 pitch. Missed the outside corner with a fastball. For Springs, this is just his second home start over the last month. He's had lots of outings on the road here recently, just the way that the schedule has gone. Went 5 1/3 of that last outing at Tampa Bay. 1-1 pitch to Olson. There's a called strike. Fastball at the top of the zone. We mentioned the long ball for Springs. He's allowed 10 home runs over his last 51 innings. And this is his first career start versus the Braves. Braves have seen him 5 times previously, but all in relief. That was in 2020 and 2021. 1-2 to Olson, and he chops one out to first base. Glove right back to the bag by Kurtz. Steps on the bag with his left foot, and 2 down.
And I think something to look at, too, in this game is the deception with Jeffrey Springs. Look, he's not going to throw hard. We know that, 88-92, but there's deception there where he throws across his body, and it creates a big problem for both lefties and righties. When it looks like he's going to throw into a lefty and he goes away, you have a tendency to bail out, and he's also been able to pitch in really well against righties with that fastball.
2 up, 2 down, and Riley takes the ball outside. Anybody he remind you of at all?
It reminds me of like an old school lefty, honestly. Not going to overpower you, but he has a really good changeup, and the fastball changeup play really well off each other. And if he can bust guys in enough inside, then it opens the whole plate up.
1-0 to Riley. And Riley lifts one towards right field, sprinting in Lawrence Butler, fighting the brilliant sunshine, and makes the catch in shallow right. So the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Braves nothing, and the A's coming up when we come back.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on?
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. a lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Out here, it's not only the amazing views, but the way time stretches out a little longer and how the breeze hits just right at the summit. With All Trails, you can discover nature's best with over 450,000 trails around the world. Download the free app today.
It's a great night for baseball. Spokespug Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next level communities. Go Braves!
This is Chuck Oliver, and I want your summer to include 2 tickets to Truist Park. Listen to Chuck and Chernoff weekdays during our 4 o'clock hour for your chance to win Braves tickets on 680 The Fan or use the Fan app.
We're scoreless into the bottom of the first inning. Didier Fuentes about ready to fire his first bullet of the game. Here it comes to Lawrence Butler, and he swings, and it's a high fly ball to deep right center field. White and Fairchild to the wall. That's off the top of the wall. Bounding back in play. Around second base, Butler. Off to the races. Hits third base. Gets the green light from third base coach Eric Martins. Here he comes, and he will score without a throw. One pitch, and it's an inside the park home run for Lawrence Butler. And it's 1-0 Athletics. Coming off the bat between White and Fairchild, White is the only man who could see it. Fairchild did not know where it was. He was confused, had a difficult time spotting it. Even if he had seen it, wouldn't have mattered because it hit right at the top of the wall, took an awkward carom off the wall back towards right field. And with the speed of Butler, there was no shot. Here comes Jacob Wilson, and he gets hit on the hand with the first pitch that he sees from Didier Fuentes. And now the training staff comes out. He is bent over in pain and squatted down. So 2 pitches into this adventure for Fuentes. He's given up an inside the park home run and hit a batter. Not the way he saw this thing taken off. Wilson, of course, having a terrific season, a .335 average and an all-star.
Looks like he's just in pain, too. They wanted that pitch away. And just absolutely sailed. Hit the left hand. Does not look good.
That looked like it was right on the left wrist. And there was no protection there. Even missed the batting glove. And now Sean Murphy walk out there and try to settle down his young 20-year-old pitcher. They're just now getting the batting glove off of Wilson. That is right on the left wrist. Hit him square, Nick. You hate seeing that.
Yeah, and the way the trainer is trying to take the batting glove off, it does not look good at all.
This guy has been an exceptional shortstop and a terrific hitter for the A's. And like we mentioned, an all-star. Trainer continues to tend to his left wrist. And they're going to take him out of the game. So now they'll send out a pinch runner. This will be Max Schumann coming along to pinch run for Jacob Wilson. So we're just underway. It's already 1-0 A's on an inside the park homer by Lawrence Butler. And Jacob Wilson has been hit by a pitch and knocked out of the game.
And that's the scary part about young kids. They don't have command of that fastball. They all throw hard. We know that. That was 97 miles an hour. He's trying to go away to the glove side and runs it up and in. That's always the fear with a young kid being up here a little bit too early.
Absolutely. And now he's got to try to figure things out. Here comes Brent Rooker. Fuentes, just 20 years old, 6 feet tall, 170-pound righty from Colombia. And making his 4th start in the big leagues. He's 0-2 with an ERA of 9. Last outing was on the 2nd against the Angels. Pitch on the way to Rooker. And a first pitch slider over for a called strike. A lot of times that pitch registers as a sweeper, but he doesn't call it that, does he?
No, he wants to call it a slider, and it probably is. I mean, the sweeper is the new term, and we know what that means, but he wants to be called a slider.
0-1 pitch. Missed inside with that slider again. And a 1-1 count on Rooker. Last go-round for Fuentes, 3 2/3 of it against the Angels. Gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. Walked 3, struck out 6, got a no decision in a game the Braves won. In fact, that's the last time the Braves won a game. Slider swung on, miss, 1-2.
It is kind of wild. It just feels like the Braves just cannot get anything going. If they do, they take a step forward and a couple steps back, and it seemed like that's been the case the entire season.
Good lead at first by Schumann. 1-2 from Fuentes, and he missed outside with a fastball. So 2-2 on Brent Rooker. Of course, Fuentes is seeing the A's for the very first time in his career. Just his 4th major league appearance. And the 2-2 pitch. Rooker hits a high fly ball to deep left field, pressing back to the wall, Profar, and that is out of here. Rooker with a bomb over the left field wall, his 19th home run of the year. And things go from bad to worse for Fuentes here in the first inning. It's 3-0 Athletics.
Rooker's on pace for over 30 again. This year's hanging slider, 2-2 count. They want it down and away, and spins it right down the middle. We talked about how the ball flies in this ballpark. It's only hit 98 miles an hour, but get up in the air, you never know.
Travels very well here, and the wind blowing out. There's Nick Kurtz, and there's a ball low. Kurtz, a left-handed hitting first baseman. No one out, already 3-0 Athletics on the 1-0 pitch. Kurtz swings and misses at a fastball. A wave and a miss at a curve. Well, for Fuentes, we talk about how little experience he has in the big leagues. Just his 4th major league appearance. Only 4 minor league seasons. 1-2 pitch, that'll miss low. And he's never registered a win at a level higher than low A. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Missed the outside corner with a fastball. Murphy did his best to frame it for the liking of Chad Woodson, but just couldn't get the call. A payoff pitch to Kurtz. Check swing. They appealed. Didn't go. And Kurtz is aboard with a walk.
It's a lot of deep counts for Fuentes. Trouble getting ahead, trouble staying ahead. The secondary stuff's so inconsistent. Try to go 3-2 curveball. Missed below the zone. Kurtz has the patience and feels like Fuentes has to start finding the zone more with that secondary stuff or it's not going to be good for him.
This inning has gone inside the park homer, hit by pitch, 2-run homer, walk. And here's Shea Langoliers with the A's leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Langoliers, formerly drafted by the Braves and then traded to Oakland in 2022. That'll be fouled back onto the roof of the press box. That was the first A's inside the park home run since 2006. Nick Swisher, almost 20 years. 0-1 to Langoliers. He swings and misses late on the fastball, 0-2.
That was a wild bounce, though. Like, that's really the only way that was a home run if it bounces the way it did. A shot from center field straight to right.
Well, the wall out there in right center is at its highest peak out there in right center field. Varying heights on the wall. Goes from 8 feet up to 10 feet out in right center just to the right of the batter's eye. And then drops down to 5 feet along where the bullpens are. 0-2 is outside. And at the top of that 10-foot wall, it's 8 feet with the padding and then an additional 2 feet with a screen and a yellow padding on top of that screen. And it hit right up there on that screen and took an awkward carom back behind White as he was racing that way from his position in right field. 1-2 fouled back. And then you factor in the speed of Butler. There was no shot of getting him once that thing shot off the wall the way it did. Fuentes still looking for his first out. It's 3-0 Athletics here in the bottom of the first inning. Langolier is looking at a 1-2 count. 1-2 pitch. Looked like a good pitch, but he doesn't get the call from Chad Whitson.
Well in the strike zone. Splitter, too.
Now Murphy arguing on behalf of his pitcher, Fuentes. Boy, if that's not a strike, I don't know what is. I was right there. Counted 2-2. Pitch on the way to Langoliers. And he pops one up on the infield. Olson, Albies, Riley. This will be Olson's ball. Makes the catch on the grass right behind the mound. So at long last, there's the first out of the inning. So now Tyler Soderstrom comes to the plate. He had an embarrassing moment the other night. I don't know that anybody had a better view of what happened than us. We came to the game the other night as we had the early game on Sunday in that finale against the Orioles, then flew out here and got here in the afternoon. There's a called strike. So Nick, J. Chad, and Shooter Sean from the TV side and I came out here to the game and sat in left field, and Soderstrom had a ball go off of his glove at the wall, bounce off his glove and over the wall for a homer. 0-1 pitch. There's a called strike. So between that and the inside the park homer a moment ago, some very bizarre homers in this yard here lately.
Yeah, give yourself some credit, too, for getting us over there. Ben talked us into that spot.
That's a nice spot. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That'll be sent foul. Not a pretty good crowd tonight for this ballpark, but the other night when it was the A's and the Giants, this place was slammed. You've got an outfield berm on the other side of the right field wall and down the right field line. And it was shoulder to shoulder out there. 0-2 to Soderstrom, and he swings at a curveball and misses for strike 3.
It's the thing. Fuentes has good stuff. It's just not polished. Like the curveball's nasty. He only threw 5 of them last time out with fastball slider heavy. This one looks like it's going to be a strike belt high and just dips well below the zone. But everything's just not polished enough yet.
Well, it's hard to get that polish in fewer than 200 professional innings. Max Muncy takes a ball high. And I like the term that Brian Snitker used with us, those minor league innings, it's like lifting weights.
Yep.
One over to Muncy. And Muncy hits one a mile high to deep left. Going back profar, that's well over his head, well over the wall, and on top of the clubhouse out there. It's a 2-run homer for Max Muncy. And the A's have high-fived the Braves here at the bottom of the first inning as it's 5-0 Athletics. Their 3rd homer of the inning. Homer number 8 for Max Muncy.
Got into a hitter's count. Fastball middle. Not coming back. Right down the middle.
Zach Geloff is the 8th Athletic to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. And Geloff takes the ball outside. A's 5, Braves nothing. Bottom of the first inning. 1-0 pitch. Zips over for a strike. Got the outside corner. One from Fuentes. And a strike there. Got the fastball over the outside corner. Coming in at 98.
Fuentes, this will be his 29th pitch last time out. 33 in the first against the Angels. Desperate for that final out. And he'll get it right here. Swung on and missed it. A fastball.
So that ends a dreadful bottom of the first inning as 8 A's come to the plate, 5 score, 3 homers. We go to the top of the second inning, 5-0 Athletics.
This summer, Pluto TV is a
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
These are your own old warped windows and doors. This is the Power Company. Want to make it a fair fight? Get energy-efficient custom windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com.
License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show.
Don't miss Tom Glavine and his Hall of Fame insight every Monday afternoon at 3:30 during Chuck and Chernoff on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan and the Fan app.
5-0 Athletics into the top of the second inning. Great to have you with us. Thanks for staying up late. Hopefully the Braves come back tonight, but it's hard to imagine that this inning goes any worse than the first inning did. Braves giving up 3 homers there in the first. Braves went down 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. It'll be Murphy, Ozuna, and Albies coming up. Alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. And the former A's, Sean Murphy, climbing in. Swinging a good bat lately. First pitch he sees is a called strike. Second inning is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And if the Braves steal a base here in the second, Marcus Hood, our contestant, will win $650 in free marathon gas cards. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Murphy. And a strike. That time got the four-seamer over at 90. Doesn't throw hard, does he, Nick? But he's throwing strikes.
Yeah, and pounding guys inside a little bit. That's kind of where he's got to stay, and that's where the first 2 have been to Murphy.
0-2 to Murphy. That'll be fouled off. Well, just like our contestant Marcus Hood, you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. The Braves can swipe a bag here in the top of the second. $650 in free marathon gas cards for Marcus Hood. 0-2 pitch on the way to Murphy. That'll drift outside, miss with a changeup. Talking about Springs, 8 years in the big leagues, 29-18 is major league record. And a .355 ERA. He's been with the Rangers, the Red Sox, the Rays, and now the A's. 1-2 to Murphy. He'll lunge and miss at a changeup to strike 3. Second strikeout for Jeffrey Springs. I mentioned that the Braves have seen Springs 5 times previously, all 5 in relief. Back in 2020 and 21 when he was a member of the Red Sox for one of those seasons and the Rays for another one of those seasons. And this is a guy who is an underdog for sure, given his 8-year career. He was originally a 30th round draft choice back in 2015. His first pitch to Marcell Ozuna is in for a called strike. Springs was drafted after a collegiate career at Appalachian State. And when the Rangers drafted him in the 30th round of the 2015 draft, they signed him for $1,000. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ozuna takes a ball outside. So clearly, they didn't expect an 8-year big league career out of this left-hander when they signed him for $1,000.
No, and he's had a good one, too, and he's gotten rewarded for it as well.
He has put in some work to overcome those odds. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss outside. Not too many guys drafted in the 30th round reach the big leagues for 8 seasons. A lot of them don't reach the big leagues at all.
And he's on a 4-year, $31 million deal, too, so financially it's worked out well.
2-1 to Ozuna. Fouled off into the seats down the first baseline. He's been traded 3 times.
I actually thought this deal was really good for Oakland, too. Coming over from Tampa, Tommy John at 23 was recovering last year, had to go on the IL with some elbow fatigue towards the end.
2-2 to Ozuna, fouled off onto the berm down the right field line.
But the A's end up getting him and Jacob Lopez, another starter who's in the rotation right now, out of that deal. And he's only owed $10.5 million this year, $10.5 million next year, and he's got a club option for 15. So nice little pickup for the A's.
His 2-2 pitch, and Ozuna takes a changeup low. Count runs full. A's leading 5-0 as they sent 8 men to the plate in the bottom of the first inning, and they got home runs from Butler, Rooker, and Muncy. Here's the payoff pitch on the way to Marcell Ozuna. And he'll swing and square one up towards left center field. That's down in the gap. And that rolls to the edge of the warning track. Over to cut it off now, Denzel Clark. And by the time he fires it in, it's a double for Marcell Ozuna. That's a good at-bat for Ozuna and split the gap perfectly between Soderstrom and Clark.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Marcel's been scuffling pretty bad over the last month or so. Nice job staying back on the slider. That's been a pitch that Springs has left up a lot over the course of this season. It's been hit pretty hard, but to get Marcell back on track, that'd be huge for this club.
It's a team famished for offense. And Ozuna has been in a drought himself, so you're right. Just to get his bat back to where it was would go a long way. Say the same for this guy, Ozzie Albies. And he takes a fastball high. Ozzie's average at .222. 6 home runs this season. He's swinging it from the right side against the lefty Springs. And he'll take a changeup outside.
I just can't believe Ozzie's year this year. I never would have thought a guy who's hit 30 homers, it's like all of a sudden the ball's not jumping at all anymore. 6 homers on the year.
2-0 pitch. A little bit outside with a fastball. It is surprising, especially for a guy that had a 30 home run season just a few years ago. 2023 hit 33 homers.
I thought you could pencil in 25 for him every year.
He's had 4 20 home run seasons or better. There's the 3-0 pitch. And a strike. Take it all the way. 3-1. Braves trailing 5-0. Top of the second. And a chance here to start to chip away at that 5-run lead for the A's. Ozuna at second on the 3-1 pitch. And Ozzie fouls one back, 3-2. Here's some good news, because we're certainly looking for some, trailing 5-0 early. Where the A's have really struggled is on the mound. They are 29th in Major League Baseball in ERA. Only the Rockies are worse. They've allowed the second most hits. They've allowed the second most runs. And they've given up the most home runs of any team in the big leagues. 3-2 fouled back into the screen. They've surrendered 135 homers this season. And this is a really bad combination for the A's. It's not just the homers, Nick. They've allowed more walks than any team in Major League Baseball.
But what happens if you walk somebody to hit a homer? You lose. And they've lost a lot.
They've lost a ton. You're right. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Albies fouls one back. They're 20th in strikeouts, 29th in ERA plus, and 29th in WHIP. So a lot of base runners. And the Braves need several base runners, trailing 5-0 early in this game.
Put a couple across the board, fight back in this thing, and in this ballpark, you never know.
3-2 to Albies. Bouncer ramps off the mound, out to second. Geloff up with it. Throws over to first base. Ozzie goes across the bag, losing his helmet, and he's out by just a step. Ozuna stays put at second base and 2 down. That brings Stuart Fairchild up to the plate. Fairchild getting the nod in center field tonight. We chatted with Snit before the game about that. Fairchild in center over Michael Harris. And he said, well, Fairchild's played a good amount of center field in his career. And he's been swinging the bat here well lately. But more than anything, it's the lefty on the mound. Fairchild, a right-handed hitter. There's a ball high. And, of course, Snit didn't shy away from the fact that Michael Harris has had a cold bat here lately. That'd be a tough matchup going left on left when he's in the throes of quite the drought that he's been in the middle of. One out of Fairchild. Taken for a ball high.
Stewie had a couple knocks on Sunday. 2 for 3 night, or day, or morning. Is it morning?
It
was morning, right?
Boxes. It started in the morning, went into the afternoon.
And we watched the game at night.
That's right. So 2 games in 1 day. 2 out of Fairchild. And a called strike. Got a change up over, 2-1.
It's a pretty big hole on the right side between Geloff and Kurtz. Love for him to stay that way and try to shoot that hole.
2-1 pitch, and he swings and misses a changeup. And it's been a good pitch for Springs early in this game. 36 pitches for him, 22 strikes. It's 5-0 Athletics in the top of the 2nd inning. Fairchild, a .229 hitter. Young man from the Seattle area, no homers, couple of RBIs this year. 2-2 pitch, hangs alive, just did get a piece of that changeup.
You asked me earlier if Springs reminded me of anybody. You know what? It kind of reminds me a little bit of Glavine. Now that I think about it, because he's not afraid to throw in, he's not overpowering, and he's got that good changeup away that he thinks on the plate and just kind of fades off.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fairchild takes the ball high and outside. Well, for a 32-year-old guy who grew up in Braves country, I'd imagine he watched a lot of Tom Glavine growing up. As we mentioned, Springs from Belmont, North Carolina, played college ball at App State. Count runs full on Fairchild. 3-2 pitch. And he just missed the outside corner with a changeup. So it's a 2-out walk, first allowed by Springs. Now the bat in the hands of Eli White. When Eli got or arrived to the ballpark today, I don't think he had any idea that he'd be in the starting lineup. And then with the late scratch of Ronald Acuna, Eli put into the lineup and in right field. And again, Acuna scratched from the lineup about 30-35 minutes before the first pitch with some lower back tightness.
Sometimes those are your best days, too. Coming to the ballpark, relaxed, not expecting to play, and you get in there, and sometimes it works out. I kind of like this matchup, too. If you're going to hit Springs, you need to stay inside the ball. You need to shoot the ball the other way. And what's Eli done so well this year? Shoot that hole on the right side. And hasn't been great against lefties, but at the same time, if he sticks to that approach against Springs, I think he can do some damage to the right side.
He does that right here. It should mean a run. Braves looking for at least some kind of answer here in the top of the 2nd as they gave up 5 runs in the bottom of the 1st. First pitch to Eli White. They'll send one foul. Had the right idea. Cloudless sky over Sacramento. Sunshine still beaming into center field and right field. Left fielder in the shade. All the infielders in the shade. 0-1 pitch. White takes the ball outside. They said 85 degrees at the time of the first pitch. And with what we've experienced here in the last few days in Sacramento, very warm during the day, but once that sun goes down, it can drop into the 60s. 1-1 pitch. There's a strike. Got a slider over the outside corner. So if you come to the game, it's like you bring your sunscreen for the first 3 or 4 innings, and then you have your hooded sweatshirt for the rest of the game. We saw a big change in temperature the other night when we were here. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Eli White. There's a ball outside, missed with a changeup. He loves to nibble away against these right-handed batters, doesn't he?
Yeah, he likes to go in with that fastball, which he did first pitch to Eli, and then try to expand away with the changeup. And you've got to be patient over there. If you chase that changeup away, it's going to be a weak contact out.
2-2, and Eli hits one a mile high to deep left center field. Clark and Soderstrom to the warning track. Clark under it, makes the catch in front of the 380 marking on the left center field wall. So the Braves threaten, but cannot score. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second inning, 5-0 Athletics.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
Yeah, it's a lot of credit to them. A lot of credit to CY, a lot of credit to
Team Brandon Leak reminding you that a pair of tickets are up for grabs during the 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Denzel Clark climbs in and swings at the first pitch he sees here in the bottom of the second inning. Missed every stitch of that first pitch fastball from Didier Fuentes. It's 5-0 Athletics. 9-1-2 in the inning for the A's, and a ground ball through the yawning hole on the right side. It's a knock for Denzel Clark. Leadoff single for their number 9 hitter. Now back to the top of the order to Lawrence Butler, who saw 1 pitch in the first inning, belted it off the right field wall, and ended up with an inside the park home run. Lawrence Butler, Atlanta native out of Westlake High School. Left-handed hitter. That homer he hit earlier is 12th of the year. Pitch to Butler down to the dirt, smothered back there by Sean Murphy. Denzel Clark, really good speed over there at first base. He has 5 steals and 5 tries. There's ball high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Butler. Coming to you tonight from Sutter Health Park here in Sacramento, California. This is normally the home of the AAA Sacramento River Cats. 2-0 pitches outside. 3 balls and no strikes. The River Cats are the AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. But they are sharing their facility with the A's for this season and likely next season in 2027 as well, as their ballpark is being prepared in Las Vegas. 3-0 to Butler. And there's a called strike. As you might be asking yourself, if you haven't been paying attention, why are the A's even here? And like I mentioned, their temporary home as they await the completion of their new stadium in Las Vegas. And they're hoping for 2028 on that stadium to be completed. 3-1 pitch. Check swing. Didn't go. And that's ball 4. So a single and a walk puts Clark and Butler aboard. Furthermore, the lease that the team had with the Oakland Coliseum ended and was not renewed by the city. And the Athletics failed at attempts to secure a new stadium in Oakland. And they couldn't come to an agreement on an extension with the city. So they reached out to AAA Sacramento, and they opened the doors, and this is their home. And the interesting thing about that, Nick, is we'll have a visit at the mound now as Rick Kranitz, Braves pitching coach, slowly walking out there to the mound. This ballpark is hosting the Athletics as well as the AAA River Cats. So there's a game here just about every single day. There's going to be over 150 games on this field in about 180 days. And the thing is, the field right now looks amazing.
No, it's amazing. We said that on Sunday, too, when we came out here. It looks so good, and give them a ton of credit, because anytime you have to deal with heat and a lot of traffic on the field, it's hard to keep the grass in good shape. It looks amazing all the way around. I don't see any bare spots at all right now, so they've done a great job. They did a great job of renovating this place, too. We talked to Smith about that earlier today. I mean, they have more land to build on, so they've done a great job with what they have, and give that grounds crew a ton of credit.
Yeah, they're really being put to the test this year with so many games. The field looks terrific. Here's Max Schumann, runners at first and second, no one out, 5-0 Athletics. Schumann swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. This is a ballpark that opened in 2000. It seats 10,624, but with standing room and lawn and berm seating, they can get over 15,000 here. Might have half that tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Schumann, and he'll foul it off.
What were they getting at the Coliseum?
Probably less than that. I bet they're drawing more here than they drew at the Coliseum. They weren't drawing flies at the Coliseum. They had a possum infestation in that ballpark. There might have been more possum than people some nights. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Schumann, and a ball outside. So the River Cats still play here when the A's are on the road. And the River Cats were really disadvantaged in the month of June due to the heavy home schedule for the A's. They had one wild road trip in June, the AAA team did. 1-2 pitch. Schumann smacks one out to left field. Profar plays it on a hop. Clark had to make sure it was going to lay down. It did, and everybody advances one base. Now the bases are now loaded for Brent Rooker. But the inning has gone single, walk, single. Here comes Brian Snitker. And that'll be it for Didier Fuentes. Braves make the Pennington grass seed call to the bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington Grass Seed, the official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Pennington Grass Seed, rooted in Braves country. It'll be Jesse Chavez when we come back. 5-0 A's in the bottom.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
At Designer Shoe Warehouse, we believe that shoes are an important part of, well, everything.
From first steps to first dates, from all-nighters to all...
Season with great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available. There's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today.
Hey, it's Nick Cellini reminding you that big baseball news can drop at any time before the MLB trading deadline. Listen to me and Domino while you work weekdays between 10 and 2 on the radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
Jesse Chavez comes in a tough situation, 5-0 A's here in the second inning. Bases loaded. This will be his third game of the year here in Atlanta. 2 earned runs in 3 innings. His last 13 at AAA have been throwing the ball pretty well. A 1.47 ERA. We know what Jesse does. Gives you innings. We're going to need it now.
Definitely need some innings. And a ground ball right here wouldn't hurt either. 5-0 Athletics, bottom of the second, bases loaded, no one out. They've got Schumann at first, Butler at second, Clark at third, and Rooker has already gone deep up to the plate. And the pitch on the way from Chavez. And a first pitch, sinker low and outside. The A's are one of the 9 teams that Chavez has played for in his career. 1-0 pitch. That swung on, missed, 1-1. In fact, of his 18 seasons in the big leagues. Jesse has spent more time as a Brave than any other team. The next team on that list, the A's. 1-1 to Rooker. It's fouled back into the screen, 1-2. Jesse now with 189 appearances as a Brave. Had 101 as an A. Needed just 4 more with the Rangers to have 100 appearances with him. He would have 100 appearances with 3 different teams. 1-2 to Rooker. A little bit low and outside with a slider.
You talked about late round draft picks. Jesse, 39th rounder in 2001 and a 42nd rounder in 2002.
2-2. Got it by him with a cutter. So he strikes out Rooker. That's a big step in the right direction. 1 down. You just love those stories. We were talking about Springs being a 30th round draft choice, signed for $1,000. Jesse's one of the few guys who was drafted higher out of high school than he was out of college. And you want to talk about against all odds, having an 18-year career in the big leagues with all that. There's a ball outside to the left-handed hitting Nick Kurtz. On Kurtz. We'll take a ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Well, if you're looking for a ground ball, you got the right team to do so. The A's have hit into more double plays than any team in Major League Baseball this season. They've hit into 85 double plays in 92 games. 2-0 pitch, in for a called strike.
Change up on him. What happens, though, when you get, he's 41 now, you got to mix and match. You got to change it up a little bit. We've seen him break out that slow curveball over the last year or so. Get a change up there for stealing a strike.
2-1 up and in. Yeah, the older you get, you really learn how to throttle on, throttle off. You have to.
You have to.
If you don't, they'll send you full throttle out of the league. 3-1 pitch. Fouled back. Got a piece of the cutter. Athletics 5, Braves nothing. Bases loaded, 1 down, bottom of the second. Kurtz bats clean up in their order. 3-2 pitch, and he gets into one to deep right field. White back to the wall, and that is long gone. And this has turned into an absolute nightmare for the Braves. It's now 9-0 Athletics in the second. Nick Kurtz with a grand slam. That's the 4th homer of the game for the A's. And are only 2 innings into this thing. We've already seen a grand slam and an inside the park home run. Home run derby indeed.
Goodness. I saw Nick Kurtz in college. I didn't know he was going to be this good, but we knew he had good plate discipline, a good swing.
There's a ball low from Chavez to Langolier.
And plenty of pop. Wow.
Langoliers takes a strike. 3 of those runs charged to Fuentes. So of the 9 runs on the board, 8 charged to Didier Fuentes. This one's popped up, foul ground, Murphy looking up, and that lands in the seats down below us. Runs, 6 hits, no errors for the A's. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Braves. Big chopper over the mound. Ozzie back of second, wraps it in leather, throws to first for out number 2.
So, Ben, coming into the night, there have been 75 home runs hit here at Sutter Health Park, 2nd in Major League Baseball. Do you know who was number 1
for this season?
Yeah.
How about Steinbrenner Field?
Nope. They're 3rd.
Cincinnati.
Dodger Stadium.
What?
87 homers.
There's a liner into right field for a hit. That doesn't make any sense. 2-out single by Soderstrom. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
2 down for Max Muncy. And Muncy takes a called strike. Back to what you were just talking about. Look, the Dodgers have a lineup full of mashers, no doubt about that. But you don't think of Dodger Stadium as a launching pad.
Nope.
Nowhere near that. Oh, one misses low and outside. 1-1.
And I think when you look at park factors, you have to take that with a grain of salt. Who's playing there? What's that home team look like? Which obviously the Dodgers have plenty of power.
There's a called strike.
But I did seem to find it a little bit odd to see that Dodger Stadium was number 1.
Yeah. I'd love to know how many times since that ballpark opened back in the 60s that's been the case. 1-2 to Muncy. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Speaking of Dodgers?
No kid. I was just about to say the same thing. I mean, some really weird stuff going on here with the 2 Max Muncys. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball fouled on the left field line. Of course, we all know Max Muncy with the Dodgers. Muncy with the Dodgers, 34 years old, been in the big leagues for 10 years.
Is he a first-round pick?
He was a 5th-round pick. There's a chopper back to the mound. Chavez has got it, throws to first base, and finally there's out number 3. We'll pick that up when we come back. 4 more runs on the board for the A's. We go to the top of the 3rd, 9-0 Athletics.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. 1 more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
They lead 9-0. Folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of our pregame meal here in Sacramento. It's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. There's a call strike on Nick Allen alongside Nick Green. And our producer-engineer, Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you for Game 1 in a series of 3 between the Braves and A's from Sutter Health Park in Sacramento. 0-1 to Nick Allen. Former A lifts one into foul ground. That'll find the seats down the first base line. All right, so we're talking about Max Muncy. And, of course, if you've been following the game, even loosely for the last decade, you've probably heard of Max Muncy, the third baseman for the Dodgers. Muncy was originally drafted by the A's. And, of course, has spent the bulk of his career as a Dodger. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Nick Allen. And Allen takes a ball high. Well, the A's, 10 years after drafting that Max Muncy, drafted another Max Muncy, who's 22 years old and in the big leagues with the A's now. 1-2 pitch and a rope out towards left field. Charging in and making a chest-high catch is Tyler Soderstrom. But to take it a step further, Max Muncy for the A's was born on August 25th, 2002. Well, Max Muncy for the Dodgers was born on April 25th, 1990. So not only have the same name, they have the same birthday, and they're drafted by the same team. There's a ball had a profile. How does that happen?
It's just wild.
It's not like his name is John Davis. It's not a common name. There's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Jerkson profile, and he'll take a strike.
So I'm going to correct myself real fast, though. It doesn't change a ton, but I had so much time on my hands today that I had filters on that were all messed up, right? Dodger Stadium still is number one for giving up home runs.
1-1, Profar in the air to left field. Soderstrom coming in, dives knee first and slides to it, makes a spectacular catch. So he robs Profar, a couple of flyouts to left field. Soderstrom passing the test twice and 2 down.
Yeah, nice job by Soderstrom there and left with a sliding catch. Okay, Dodger Stadium, 169 home runs. That is first. Okay, 87 of those were with the Dodgers. Have hit 87 of those. Sutter Health Park is fifth with 123. So they're still right there, but it is crazy to think the Dodger Stadium is number one.
I never would have guessed it. Matt Olson takes a strike. I know they hit lots of homers. That's just not a traditional home run yard.
For Shohei, it is.
Especially once the sun goes down. Now, Yellowstone can be a traditional home run yard for Shohei Ohtani. 1 to Olson. And he'll lift one to center. Coming in Clark, and he'll play that one on a bounce. He was angling towards left center field. Played it on the hop. And Olson's board with a 2-out single.
We got to give Matt Olson a lot of credit. I'm so happy that he made the All-Star team again, but the way he started off and how he's turned things around and cleaned up the swing a little bit, been steady over the last month and a half, been fun to watch.
Yeah, his last month has been as good as anybody's. 9-0 Athletics, top of the third. Olson Riley takes a called strike. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get one consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. A 1 to Riley. Riley pops one up to right field. Butler coming in, hits the brakes under it. That parachutes into his glove for out number 3. Braves get a 2-out single, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 9-0 Athletics.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give him a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Are up for grabs during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Into the bottom of the third inning, it's a 9-0 lead for the A's as Zach Geloff leads off. This will be 8, 9, and 1 in their order. Jesse Chavez still out there, came on in relief of Fuentes. First pitch swung on and missed. Had a raging inferno to try to put out when he came into the game in the second inning. Gave up a grand slam to Nick Kurtz. 0-1 to Geloff. That'll miss low. 1-1 pitch. A hack and a miss. Pretty good looking change at that time at Jesse Chavez. Light breeze out to right field. Folks have their towels and picnic blankets out there on the berm. Nice berm out there with some trees out there providing a little bit of shade for the fans. 1-2 pitch fouled off the gear of home plate umpire Chad Whitson. And a 1-2 count now on Zach Geloff. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day, especially today. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. You can save more energy for the game. Ball outside. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. 2-2 from Jesse. This low 3-2. This A's team is a season worst 18 games under 500. They've been in last place every day since May 20th. Here's the 3-2 pitch, fouled back. And by watching their bats tonight, or in this case, listening to their bats tonight, you'd never guess that between May 6th and June 4th, they lost 24 of 27 games. What a rough patch. Here's the 3-2 pitch and a called third strike. Able to cut one over the inside corner. And Geloff goes down looking. Up until that point, Nick, they'd been hanging in there and contending in the West.
Yeah, you know what? When you look at this team, they actually have some pretty good talent. They've done a nice job with their young players. They can hit. The problem is, we talked about this before, is if you can't pitch, you can't win.
There's a called strike on Clark.
And then you combine that with their defense that hasn't been great either. Pretty bad combination.
0-1 pitch, low and outside.
You look at Jeffrey Springs. He's given up 55 runs. I think he's given up 44 maybe earned.
1-1 fouled off. Well, it takes me back to something that Joe has mentioned multiple times where he said, a team will never look worse than when they're not pitching and kicking the ball around.
Yep.
And that's what they've experienced. You can hit the ball all you want, but if you're not pitching and committing errors, you're going to look terrible. 1-2 pitch, misses high, 2-2.
And you look at fielding percentage, I did this today, 62 errors, fourth most in Major League Baseball for the A's.
There's a called third strike. Sinker on the outside corner. Clark goes down looking.
He's filthy, too. Little backdoor sinker. Starts out the plate, ends up outside corner. I like it. In comparison, the Braves have committed 32 errors, second fewest.
A lot of that adds up when you're talking about run differential. Here's Lawrence Butler. There's a called strike because you and I were talking before the game about how the A's are 13 games under 500 at home, and the Braves are 13 games under 500 on the road. There's a ball outside. But the A's run differential at home is -84, and the Braves run differential on the road is -6. Of course, that's being altered tonight. 1-1 swung on miss, 1-2.
I look at that road record, and anytime you start 0-7 on the road, it's going to be hard to come back from, because if you can play 500 baseball on the road, you play good baseball. And you give yourself a 7-game deficit, good luck.
There's a deep drive to center off the bat of Lawrence Butler to the wall and gone. That is his second homer of the game. It's his first to go over the wall. He hit it inside the park homer in the first, and a home run over the wall to dead center here in the third. And it's 10-0 Athletics.
Tell you what, he hammered that ball too. 2-strike count. Jesse tried to front door him with a sinker, and Butler did not bite. Stayed closed. Big kid with a bunch of pop.
And that went right to his barrel. Called strike on Max Schumann.
I just do not remember seeing this many barrels this quick into a game in a long, long time.
They've hit 5 home runs. And there's another towering fly ball to center. Stuart Fairchild back to the warning track. Fortunately, the ballpark will hold this one. And it's caught in deep center field by Fairchild. But the A's hit another homer. It's the second of the night by Lawrence Butler. They belted 5 home runs in the game.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
How do we respond to lowball offers from insurance companies?
With relentless litigation. For the justice you're entitled to after an accident, you know who to call.
Make it a FARA fight. Fair and FARA.
Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Uh-huh.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Have a Dole Whip day. Frozen fruity delight that makes you feel bright. It's Dole Whip. Have a Dole Whip day.
You're ready for your roar?
Here in the top of the fourth inning, the Braves will send up Murphy, Ozuna, and Albies, and they're looking at a mighty steep mountain in front of them, trailing 10-0 in the top of the fourth inning. 5 home runs for the A's. 2 from Lawrence Butler. Braves have 2 base hits, a double by Ozuna, a single by Olsen. They're looking to get something going versus Jeffrey Springs. First pitch swung on a miss by Murphy. Alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, California. This place has been a launching pad for the A's in the first 3 innings. Roll one to Murphy, and he pops one up, straight up the chute. Catcher Shea Langoliers back to the warning track, makes the catch right in front of the screen. There's a little breeze blowing out to right field, but something that they were telling us about this ballpark prior to the game, Nick, was without the additional levels to this ballpark like you'd see in a Major League Stadium, 3- and 4-deck stadiums. This is just a one-level stadium with a press box. So that wind blows out, so anything that might be heading towards the seats down the first base line or behind the plate, a lot of times will come back out on the field of play, being pushed by the breeze. Ozuna takes a strike. So if you're in the field on a pop-up like that, you can't give up on it.
And if the ball's hit to the gaps anywhere and the wind's blowing towards that way, you're going to have a more likelihood of that going out.
A 1 foul back by Ozuna.
At a lower launch angle, too, because the wind's going to be a bit lower. I heard Luis Severino talking about this, too, and he said you have to pitch to the wind depending on if the wind is blowing or not. You have to try to stay away from that wind.
0-2 to Ozuna. Way outside with a fastball. Lights on here at the ballpark. Setting sun down the left field line. Still a good amount of light left in the California skyline. 1-2. And Ozuna takes one a little bit high. Well, the Braves entering the action tonight 11 games under 500, so it really hasn't been good regardless of venue, but it's particularly been bad in the state of California for the Braves. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ozuna takes a ball outside. If the Braves can't come back and win this game, they would be 0-11 when playing in the state of California this year. Went 0-4 against the Padres, 0-3 against the Dodgers, 0-3 against the Giants. In those visiting series for the Braves, here's the 3-2 pitch. Ozuna grounds one out to the shortstop. That's Schumann. He's got it. Sends it over to first base for the out, 2 down. So if they lose tonight, they'd be 0-11 in California. And going back to the postseason last year when they were swept in the wild card series in San Diego, that would make them 0 for their last 13 games in this state. And it's not looking promising tonight, trailing 10-0 in the top of the fourth. Called strike on Ozzy Albies. Northside Hospital. For a healthier future together, look to Northside. Oh, 0-1 from Springs. This tie with a cutter. Count even 1-1.
Looks like Springs is trying something too. He doesn't throw the cutter a whole lot, and he's been throwing it in this inning. With a 10-0 lead, you can experiment a little bit and try to see what you can do with that pitch.
1-1 popped up, spinning back towards us. That'll land in the seats below us for a souvenir. Yeah, leading 10-0, you can experiment with a lot, can't you?
Yes, you can. Just threw it again to Ozzie. And that pitch would make him a lot better, too, if he could throw that four-seamer in to righties and the cutter off of it.
1-2, hit well to deep left center field. It's going to send Clark back to the wall. That's off the wall on the fly in left center. Ozzie Albies in the second base, and it's a 2-out double. Well, he hit the ball hard earlier in this game. That time he really squared one up to deep left center. Good to see him split a gap.
He was hitting some balls hard in BP from the right side, too. This is a fastball down and away. Pretty good pitch, and he just missed home run. We talked about his home run power that dipped. No home runs over the last, 34 games? That'd have been nice.
They just missed by, what did you say, 4 or 5 inches maybe?
Yep.
Hit right off the top of the left center field wall. Stuart Fairchild takes a first pitch sweeper outside. Braves searching for their first run of the game. 10-0 Athletics, top of the fourth. 1-0 pitch, and there's a fly ball towards right field. Lawrence Butler drifting in, angling to his right, makes the one-handed catch over his left shoulder, and that's the third out. So the Braves strand a runner at second base. We advance to the bottom of the fourth. 10-0 Athletics.
Atlanta Harley sales event is happening now. Save up.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you, with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
4 o'clock hour for your chance to win Braves tickets on 680 The Fan.
It's great to have you with us. Wish we had better news out here in Sacramento. It's 10-0 Athletics. Here's Brent Rooker to the plate. And he'll take a ball inside. Alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you from Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, California. 1-0 pitch on the way to Rooker. There's a ball low. Fourth inning means it's the Tidal Wave Auto Spy inning. And if the Braves can pitch a clean inning, you're going to benefit tomorrow at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. 2-0 pitch. Check swing. They appeal down to first. Edwin Moscoso said it didn't go 3-0. So Tidal Wave Auto Spa is making Braves country clean car country all season long. But the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning tonight. Tidal Wave will offer half off their Best Watch membership tomorrow. There's a called strike. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. I'll tell you this much. Braves are due a clean inning. been anything but clean right out of the gate tonight. 3-1, bouncer to third. Riley takes a waist-high second hop, slings it over to first base, and one down here in the fourth inning. This road trip for the Braves has us out here in Sacramento for 3. And then we go to St. Louis for 3. And then it will be the All-Star break, which will be in Atlanta. And looking forward to the All-Star game. And know that the stadium's going to be looking great. Pitch on the way to Kurtz. There's a ball high. You going to be going to the game?
I'm not. I'm trying to get tickets to the Home Run Derby, but see if I can get them. The kids want to go.
There's a 1-0 pitch on the way to Kurtz. That'll be fouled back. Lost his helmet on that swing. And a 1-1 count. That's going to be great. I'm just glad that the eyes of Major League Baseball be on our great ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be wonderful to be right there in the center of it all there for the All-Star game in Atlanta. 1-1 to Kurtz. Liner down the right field line, a fair ball. That'll roll all the way into the corner. Kurtz hits the bag at first, digging for second base. Just now arriving to it in the corner, Eli White. Good throw in, one hop to second base, but it's too late. And it's a one-out double for Nick Kurtz.
Got a good one in Kurtz. The first-round pick last year. He'll be up here and doing some damage, too. I love that swing. He's a big kid, but he knows how to hit. And a lot of times you see those big kids, a lot of swing and miss. He's one of those that has a better approach and a better idea than a lot of the young players do.
Shea Langolier swings and hits a bottle rocket on the infield. Ozzie looking skyward, right next to second base. He calls off his teammates. He's got it, 2 down. My goodness, just trying to listen to that announcement. We just announced the historical aspect of what Lawrence Butler has done in this game. Here's Tyler Soderstrom. Mentioned earlier, Lawrence Butler has an inside-the-park homer and an over-the-wall homer in this game. In fact, he's done it already in the first 3 innings of the game. And the last time an A did that was Billy Williams in 1975. That'll be sent high and deep to foul onto the berm down the right field line. None of us in this room were even alive the last time that happened.
You and I were close.
In the palm of God's hand. 1975, the last time that happened. There's a ball low. Of course, Billy Williams, a Hall of Famer. And, of course, he played most of his career with the Cubs. He finished with the A's in 75 and 76. He was 37 years old when he did that. There's a ball outside. So Lawrence Butler, the first athletic since Billy Williams in 1975 to hit an inside-the-park homer and an over-the-fence homer in the same game. 3-1 to Soderstrom. Fly ball deep down the left field line, slicing towards the seats. And that's a foul ball. Right over the sidewall. You ever hit an inside-the-park homer at any level outside of Little League?
No. I was just trying to think about that, too. I have not. Would be kind of fun, though.
3-2. That's lifted to deep left, down the line again towards foul ground. And Profar watches that one land in the seats as well. It'll be a lot of fun.
Of course, all I can think about now is how tired I would be at the end. Triples were fun. I didn't hit a ton of those, but they always felt good. I watched my daughter's softball team after every practice run, single, double, triple homer, and just exhausting watching them. And that's not even close to how far you have to run out here.
3-2 in the dirt, and there's ball 4. Soderstrom walks. I mean, for Butler, there was no drama with it. He's 24 years old. He looked like a stallion out there around the base paths. And once that ball took that awkward carom off the wall in right center, he wasn't even to second base yet, and you already knew he's probably going to take it all the way. because he was on the move. He really hit another gear once that caromed off the wall. Here's Max Muncy. Come unraveled, swung on a miss at a curveball.
The crazy part about that, too, is he got off to a slow start because he thought it was going to be a home run. Still ended up getting around the bases in less than 16 seconds.
0-1, fouled off into the seats to our right, 0-2. A's 10, Braves nothing. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Iñigo de los Santos throwing in the Braves bullpen right now. Muncy has homered in this game. He takes a called third strike here. Sinker down to the outside corner. For the first time of the game, the A's do not score. That's going to save you big tomorrow at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. We go to the top of the fifth inning, 10-0 Athletics.
Braves fans, everyone's first pick for ice cold refreshment is back in.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you, with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
Let's see if we can figure out the following baseball slang term. Today's phrase is Oppo Taco. Do you know what it means?
Inning Car Wash Celebration Day at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Stop by and get half off the first wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. A first pitch strike, fastball at the bottom of the zone versus Eli White. 0-1 on the Braves right fielder. Alongside Nick Green, Ben Ingram here with you. And the 0-1 pitch. And White with a towering fly ball to deep left center field. That will fly deep to the horizon and gone. And the Braves are finally on the board as Eli White belts one way out of here. And it's his fourth homer of the year. He just missed one back in the second inning. He got every stitch of this one and rearranged the stitches. And it's a 10-1 game.
452 for Eli White. You said just missed the one earlier in the game. Cutter, that one we talked about with Jeffrey Springs trying to throw it a little bit more. Didn't get it in. Eli demolished that ball.
Nick Allen takes a ball outside. All right, let me take care of a little bit of business. Number one, that home run, first of the game for the Braves. That means you'll save at least $75 on a set of select tires at Tire Discounters tomorrow only. 1-0 pitch fouled off. Plus, you get a free alignment, a free oil change. Stay tuned for the Hyundai post-game show to see how much you'll save tomorrow at Tire Discounters. Visit TireDiscounters.com/Braves to learn more. I'm not done yet. When the Braves are down 10-1, I got to milk a home run for everything that it's worth. Here's the 1-1. That's starched out towards center field, down for a base hit for Nick Allen. And a single for Nick. He's on for the first time. Given that the Braves are down 10-1, I don't know how many more opportunities I'm going to get for a truest play of the game. So I'm going to make the home run by Eli White the truest play of the game.
Take it when it's there.
That is brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank member FDIC. It can be a challenge sometimes to find a truest play of the game when you're trailing 10-1. Well, that was it. There's Jerks and Profar. We'll take a ball outside. Profar 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out to left field. From Springs. Pretty nasty slider. That's in for a strike, 1-1. Under the lights here in Sacramento. Most of the seating bowl is full. Let's say it's about 80% full down there. And then fans scattered across the berm in right field. 1-1 to Profar. And he'll pop one up. Not an easy time to look up and find a baseball at dusk. First baseman Nick Kurtz in between the first base line and the mound makes the catch. And one down here in the 5th inning. Well, this is the first game of this series, and we got here Sunday, had an off day yesterday. So even though we've hardly played any baseball yet, we feel like we've gotten to know Sacramento pretty well. Feel like we've been here a while. It's the first time I've ever been to this city. You know, you played here for a moment as a visiting player. Matt Olson bounces one to first. Kurtz down to second. They get one. And over to first base from Schumann, and they get two. And that's a 3-6-3 double play. The Braves do homer. Eli White sent one out of here. Braves on the board. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 10-1 Athletics.
Hope. For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners. Can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854. 888-780-6854 or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Are you ready to round the bases with Base Balderdash? Today's phrase is Oppo.
New Buck Belue Show here on the Fan, 680 and 93.7. Home of the Braves.
Braves trail 10-1 in the bottom of the 5th here at Sutter Health Park. New pitcher for the Braves, Yniel De Los Santos, 36 games on the season, 3.82 ERA. Last time we saw him was on Saturday against Baltimore, 2/3 of an inning, allowed a walk and a strikeout in that one.
Zach Geloff leads off for the A's. First pitch from De Los Santos. That'll be sent foul onto the berm down the right field line. We're in the 5th inning. Braves on their 3rd pitcher. And this just shows you how one game without a starter going deep can completely derail you. When you think about what the Braves have to do just to get through this game on the mound. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Geloff. Pulled foul down the left field line. And the story tonight, Didier Fuentes, 1 inning, 8 runs, 8 earned on 5 hits, 3 home runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and hit a batter. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And the ball low, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Think about the spot they'd be in if they didn't have the off day yesterday.
Right.
Saturday was a bullpen day, 7 guys pitching that game. Thank goodness for the off day yesterday.
1-2 to Geloff, low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chase and a miss by Geloff. He strikes out against the slider. 1 out here in the 5th inning. it's a really difficult league. It's the big leagues. And there aren't too many 20-year-olds anywhere that can cut it consistently at the big leagues, especially when you're talking about the pitching position. Such a high demand. Here's Denzel Clark. And the pitch all the way to Clark, swung on and missed. And you think about so many exceptional major league pitchers through not just the years, the decades of Major League Baseball. And a lot of them learned how to win at the minor leagues before getting to the big leagues because it is such a challenging league. And it is quite the challenge for anyone who doesn't have much experience. That'll be fouled off. And we saw that firsthand tonight for Didier Fuentes and have now for 4 starts where, yes, the stuff is there. But winning in the big leagues takes more than just the stuff. But it's something that has to be acquired over time and learned. And it's a big challenge for any young man coming up and being thrown into the deep end. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Denzel Clark. There's a ball up and in. So to finish that thought, I mean, Didier Fuentes has learned a lot in 4 starts, and I'd imagine it's coming at him like it's coming out of a fire hose because it is such a big difference in the big leagues and the minor leagues that he's been used to pitching in. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Denzel Clark. And a ball low from De Los Santos, 2-2.
And there's been some good in there. I thought the last time out, the swing and miss stuff was really good. You know that you cannot pitch based off just your fastball at this level. Doesn't matter how hard you throw.
2-2 to Clark. A chopper up the middle. Allen goes left. Gets it over there in time for the out. Nice play by Allen. He was gliding left, able to glove it back of second base and triggered over there for the out. 2 down.
Yeah, they had him play it a little bit pull there, too. Nick Allen had to go a long way to his left. Beautiful exchange. One-handed, quick release, and got him by a couple of steps. But to finish on Fuentes, it's not his fault that he's here.
Right.
It's not his fault that he's struggling. It's out of necessity. This Braves club just has been decimated by injuries, and
2 down for Butler, takes the ball low and in.
These games don't stop playing. You play every day, so you have to have somebody go out there and pitch, and they felt like that was the best option. I'm fine with the first start. Had a spot start. And
1-0 pitch and foul. Well, and to your point, yeah, the stuff is there, and it's now about polishing that stuff, like you mentioned. I thought that was the perfect word to use.
And
it's not easy to do that.
Remember, too, he probably would not have made another start. Because I thought he was going down, wasn't going to make another start, and then we had another injury.
Right.
And he ends up sticking.
1-1 to Butler, and he swings and misses at a changeup, 1-2. We just feel bad for the young man because it's such a tough position to be in. 10-1 Athletics as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch and a fly ball sent foul into the seats down the left field line. Lawrence Butler has been the story tonight for the A's. He had an inside the park homer in the 1st inning, walked and scored in the 2nd inning, solo homer over the wall in center in the 3rd inning. He's also got a bobblehead night coming up on Thursday. I mean, this is quite the week for Lawrence Butler. 1-2 from De Los Santos. Just low it in with a slider.
We got an equipment failure from Murph.
Needed a new mitt.
He's got that nice gold glove mitt now.
All right, got a brand new mitt and adjusts it. Meanwhile, Inyo De Los Santos looking for one more strike and searching for a 1-2-3 inning. That'd be a sight for sore eyes. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Lawrence Butler. De Los Santos brings it and harmlessly popped up towards third base. Austin Riley looking skyward, makes the catch, and down they go 1-2-3. Nice job by Inyo De Los Santos. We go to the top of the 6th inning, 10-1 A's.
From playing catch in the front yard to backyard bar.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3 alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Welcome to Lazy Days. For nearly 50 years, we have been there for you, helping people turn RV dreams into destinations. Today, Lazy Days RV is here for you, with state-of-the-art dealerships, dedicated people, and popular brands. And no matter where the road takes you, Lazy Days will be here for you with RV service centers all across the nation. We are Lazy Days, here for you.
These are your own old warped windows and doors. This is the Power Company. Want to make it a fair fight? Get energy-efficient custom windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I'm truly humbled to stand here before...
Ben Ingram here with you, and we thank you so much for hanging in there with us tonight. I know the news is not good, but we appreciate you tuning in, wherever you're tuning in from tonight, on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network. Austin Riley leads it off in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. And Riley takes a first pitch strike from Jeffrey Springs. If the Braves hit a home run this inning, our contestant, Charlie Cook, down in Americus, Georgia, will win $1,300. Give us something to smile about. There's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ball outside. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. 1 ball and 1 strike on Austin Riley. And here it is from Springs, ripped out to left field, down the line, and rolls towards the edge of the warning track, and cut off by Soderstrom. Well, he got there quickly, sends it into second base, turns it into a single for Riley. While Riley warped it down the left field line. Nice play by Soderstrom to limit him to 1 base.
Ball was scorched, too. Good job staying back long enough on that changeup and get a little 106 off the bat for Riley. Nice job in left field, too, by Soderstrom, cutting that ball off and limiting him to 1 base.
Riley now 1 for 3. Here comes Sean Murphy. Murphy with a strikeout and a pop-out. First pitch he sees, and there's a strike over the outside corner. We're talking about Murphy with the A's. Spent 4 seasons with Oakland prior to being traded to Atlanta. 330 games in Athletics Gold and Green. This is his 236th game as a Brave. There's a ball outside. Put up some dazzling seasons with the A's. A Gold Glove. That was 4th in the Rookie of the Year voting back in 2020. 1-1, a swing and a miss at a changeup. Braves in a short span of time making a few deals with the A's. Of course, one to get Matt Olson. 1-2. And Murphy hits one of the air towards center field. Denzel Clark over to his left. He's under it, and he's got it. 1 down. Finishing that thought, the deal that brought Murphy to Atlanta was the deal back in December of 22. That was a 3-team deal when Murphy was traded from the A's to the Braves. A's sent Joel Piamps to the Brewers. Braves sent Justin Yeager and William Contreras to the Brewers. And then the Braves sent Royber Salinas, Kyle Muller, Manny Pena, and Freddie Tarnock to the A's. And the Brewers finish it up, sending Esteury Ruiz to the A's. I mean, there's a lot going on in that deal. Ozuna takes a called strike. All right, we got a report back on Jacob Wilson. They're saying left-hand contusion, which is good news. We're expecting significantly worse than that. 0-1 to Ozuna. There's a called strike. And if you missed what we're talking about back in the first inning, second pitch in the bottom of the first, Idier Fuentes drilled Jacob Wilson on the left wrist, and he had to come out of the game. And he's having an all-star season, one of the best hitters in baseball. 0-2, line foul on the right field line. So, scary moment. I think after what we saw, we were expecting a lot worse than that.
Yeah, and he still might not be out of the woods. I mean, a lot of times you get that X-ray, it doesn't show all the small things. You get an MRI, a little bit deeper view of it, and something's gone wrong in there. And I hope not, because I love watching Jacob Wilson play. He deserves to be in that All-Star game. He was voted a starter, and he deserves to be out there. It would be unfortunate if that pitch caused him not to be able to start.
Absolutely. Want to see him healthy and back out on the field. 0-2 on Ozuna. Here it is from Springs. Missed tie with a fastball. Tonight's attendance, 8,620 here at Sutter Health Park.
Get two people sitting in our seats from Sunday.
It's a good seat out there in left field.
I'd pay good money for that one.
1-2 pitch. And Ozuna hits a fly ball towards right center field. Clark and Butler are over there together. Caught in deep right center by Clark. 2 away here in the 6th inning. You know, when it comes to going to baseball games, we're always behind the microphone. We're in the booth. We're working. We love it. We love our jobs. For us, it's the best job in the world. No doubt about it. But it is nice every now and then to just go down into the stands and just hang out and watch the game from the stands like 4 of us did the other night when we got here.
The good part about that, too, is it wasn't a Braves game, so I wasn't, like diving into the game.
Mm-hmm.
It was just enjoying the game, which is what we should be doing.
As you all be swings and misses.
Every time I go to a Braves game with my family, I'm like watching, seeing what's going on, trying to get my brain to wrap around what pitch he threw, what pitch he hit, all this stuff, instead of just enjoying the game like a fan. And that's what we did on Sunday. It was great.
It was a lot of fun. Oh, and I've said this 100 times. You don't even have to enjoy baseball or know anything about baseball to enjoy a night at the ballpark. I don't know anybody who would have enjoyed what we did the other night.
The only thing that I needed was a hammock. The weather was so nice. And we were so tired too because we had the long flight.
Yeah.
In the early morning.
You know, we had the 11:30 game on the East Coast Sunday morning. Finished the game. Flew out here. When we landed, it was about 6 o'clock Pacific time. 0-1 pitch, and Ozzie with a high fly ball to deep center field. Clark pressing back to the wall, and just shy of the wall under it for the out. There's out number 3, and he just missed making a winner out of Charlie Cook in America's Georgia. But no winner in the Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning. Nothing doing for the Braves, who go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 10-1 A's.
Puka. My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him a...
The official hotel partner of your Atlanta Braves, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta is more than just a stay. We're your clubhouse, where everyone knows your name. Book your stay at omnihotels.com/battery.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous.
With the A's on top of the Braves 10-1, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Max Schumann leads off for the Athletics. And the first pitch he sees a little bit low and outside. Alongside Nick Green and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram with you. A's scored 5 times in the first, 4 times in the second, once more in the third. And they have belted 5 home runs tonight, 2 by Lawrence Butler. Schumann swings and misses, going after a slider. 1-1 on Schumann. He took over at shortstop for the injured Jacob Wilson back in the first inning. One pitch. Another swing and a miss at a slider. It's been a good pitch for De Los Santos. Time called by Schumann. Schumann singled and scored in the second. Flied out to center field in the third. He requests time. He needs to adjust the elbow guard. He rearranges that. Folks, did you know that the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves, made with peppers, vinegar, and salt to the perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better? That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. 1-2. Schumann with a fly ball to center. In line with it, Fairchild under it. And he makes the catch for out number 1.
Ben, what are your thoughts on the A's jerseys? Are great. The white ones, love that classic clean look. Yellow shoes, yay, nay?
I think just in line with the tradition of their franchise, I lean white shoes because they had so many great teams in the 70s wearing the white cleats. There's the pitch all the way to Rooker. There's a ball inside. But I like their entire set. I love that look. I think it's one of the better uniforms in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I think you stick with the white cleats like Rooker has.
It's so many great teams back in the 70s. There's a called strike, and that was their trademark, wearing the white cleats. Won 3 World Series back in the 70s. One pitch. Rooker swings and misses at a fastball at 97.
Dalo looks good. Live fastball, good slider, good changeup today.
Ready with a 1-2. Here it is to Rooker. He missed outside 2-2.
You know, speaking of old school, and obviously the A's are pretty legendary back in the day. Have you looked at Sean Murphy's mitt since he got the new mitt? So it's black on the outside, but on the inside, it's tan. I love the contrast.
2-2 outside, 3-2. I'd like it, too, if I was a pitcher. I can see that target really well.
And that's what you used to see back in the day, too. And the one thing that brings me back, and it's not on his mitt, was the orange on the sides.
Yeah. 3-2 pitch. Rooker sends one foul. Yeah, kind of around the exterior, that neon orange.
Yep. But I do like this mitt he's got right now. I agree with you. If I'm a pitcher, that contrast gives me a nice target.
3 balls and 2 strikes on Rooker. Murph shows him that target. There it comes. And a ground ball weakly to short. No problem for Nick Allen. He can do that in his sleep. Sends it over for the out. 2 down. You know, speaking of the A's, I mean, you think about the history of their franchise. Here comes Brian Stitker. That'll be it for Inyo de los Santos. And I know that this isn't a permanent home for them in Sacramento, but this is actually the 5th different city that has hosted this franchise over the years. Pretty wild where they've been in their history. More on that when we come back. This is the Pennington Grass Seed Call to the Bullpen. If you're looking to transform your lawn this year, turn to Pennington.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3 alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius, live, fit, go. Grab Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Complete Care Centers exclusively treats car accident victims like Hiram.
My name is Hiram, and I'm a patient at Complete Care Centers. The care has been very good. They are really good about handling your appointments, getting you scheduled for the procedures. With Complete Care, they know exactly what you need, and it really simplifies it.
Visit thepainreliefpeople.com. That's thepainreliefpeople.com. Complete Care Centers, LLC provides chiropractic and medical service.
This will be the fourth pitcher of the day for the Braves. Austin Cox, lefty, 4 games, 3.18 ERA, 10 punch-outs in 5 2/3. We saw him on Saturday against Baltimore in that bullpen day. Went 2/3 and that one allowed a run and struck out 2.
Climbing in, the left-handed batter, Nick Kurtz, Kurtz. Kurtz takes a called strike. 10 runs, 9 hits for the A's. 1 run, 6 hits for the Braves. Left-on-left matchup. Cox kicks and fires. Up and in. Telling you about the history of the A's. They are actually a charter franchise of the American League back in 1901. And their franchise started in Philadelphia. And 2 teams in Philly at one point. Phillies and A's are both there. 1-1 is outside. And they were in Philadelphia from 1901 to 1954. And then they moved to Kansas City, where they're the Kansas City Athletics for 13 seasons. 2-1 number foul. And then after 13 seasons in Kansas City, moved to Oakland. They were there for 57 seasons, 68 to 24. And now here in Sacramento until their stadium in Vegas is ready. So by the time it's all said and done, they get to Vegas. It's 5 different cities to host this franchise. There's a ball low, 3-2. There's a lot of moving in 125 years.
Yeah, well, 57 of them were in one spot, so that's the good news. The bad news, they're in Sacramento right now, waiting for a new stadium.
3-2 to Kurtz. Ground ball to second. Ozzie lunges left, falls down from a knee in shallow right, throws to first base, gets the out. Nice job sticking with it. And it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th. We go to the top of the 7th, 10-1 A's.
Nothing is quite as American as supporting the home team. At Quick Creek,
for full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor Portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners, can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854, 888-780-6854, or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
imagine being on a vacation for a very long time. Now imagine saving money nightly while you do it. Sounds pretty great, right? With Vrbo's long stay discounts, you can stay longer and save more. Our customers save an average of 10% when they book select properties for a week or longer. Just in case you needed another reason to extend that vacation, book the perfect summer getaway today with Vrbo Private Vacation Rentals. Your future self will thank you later.
App now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Van app now.
We head into the top of the 7th. Braves trail 10-1 here in Sacramento. New pitcher for the A's, right-hander Justin Sterner, 6'1", 215 pounds. This will be his 32nd game of the year, 4.2 ERA, 3-pitch mix, mostly four-seam cutter. The four-seamer is 93, 94. Mentioned that cutter in that 87 range. He's got a sweeper as well.
7, 8, 9 for the Braves here in the top of the 7th. Fairchild, White, and Allen. Oh, your station ID. We'll jump on that in just a moment. Pitch on the way to Fairchild. There's a strike. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
0-1 pitch lifted towards foul ground. That becomes a souvenir in the seats about a section down from the Braves dugout on the first base line. Folks, Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Athletics 10, Braves 1. Braves have hit 1 home run, solo homer by Eli White. And the A's have hit 5 of them. 0-2, he goes down looking. Cutter right on the outside corner.
Pretty good pitch. Good location. Gosh, I want the Braves to get a few more runs and make this thing feel a little bit better.
Well, the thing is that there haven't been even too many opportunities.
No.
Eli White, the only source of offense for the Braves tonight. What'd you say that homer was? 452?
Yep.
Eli White takes the ball outside.
Eli's got some juice.
Yeah, that homer he hit was his 4th of the year.
Yeah, I think that talent's always been there. It's just been a matter of, just like everybody else, trying to be consistent with it, which is the biggest challenge, but you love the athleticism.
2-0 to White. And a fly ball towards shallow center. Schumann, Clark, Geloff in the neighborhood. That's Geloff's ball. Well, and one more element to what you're talking about when it comes to finding consistency. It's hard to find that when you don't get consistent playing time. That's been the case his whole career.
Yeah, and he did a good job early on the season, and when he stopped playing, obviously the numbers went down a little bit, but it still had some pretty good moments so far this year, and I'm happy for the fact that he actually has gotten a little bit more of a shot, and they appreciate what he's done.
Nick Allen trying to keep the Braves out of a 1-2-3 inning. Takes fastball away. The line on the starter, Jeffrey Springs. 6 innings, 1 run, 6 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Gave up 1 home run. 1-0 to Allen is low and outside.
Yeah, Springs was good again. He came into this one with an ERA just over 2.2 over the last 4. Continued his good work tonight.
2-0 pitch, a swing and a miss by Allen. Went after the cutter away. Springs would move to 7-6 with a win tonight.
Drop the ERA under 4.
2-1 pitch, 3/4 swing. He committed on the fastball. The count level 2-2.
You know, you look at batting averages and you look at ERAs and you look at numbers that look better. The ERA just over 4 doesn't look the same as an ERA in the 3.9 range. It just looks so much better once you get under that 4 threshold.
Yeah, it does. 2-2 fastball miss high to Allen. And if he can reach, Jerks and Profar would check in. Braves went down in order in the first inning, trying to avoid doing that here in the 7th. 3-2 pitch and a ground ball to the left side, taken by the shortstop Schumann. Fires over, close play, safe at first base. Allen had the wheels pumping down the first base line. A little bit of confusion over there. Schumann and Muncy came together. That could have gone to either fielder. Well, the shortstop was able to glove it, but his throw over was a little bit late.
Yeah, and he bobbled a little bit on the exchange, and I think that's what allowed Nick Allen to barely beat this out. It should be an E6. We'll see what they give it.
Inning continues for Jerks and Profar. Yeah, I'm with you. That should be an error. No decision yet. Profar batting from the left side. A swing and send one foul, arcing its way to the seats. They go base hit.
All right, we'll take it.
right there with you. Without the bobble, that's an out. And yeah, don't take a hit away from Nick Allen. There's the 0-1 pitch. Profar pops one up. Pointing skyward, the catcher, Langoliers, and he drifts in foul ground up the first baseline to make the catch. And that's out number 3. So time to stretch him out. 7th inning stretch brought to you by 13 Heroes, a premium line of spirits founded to honor the lives of the 13 service members killed in Afghanistan.
Craftsman Days are here at Lowe's with big savings on the tools you need. Save $100 on the Craftsman V26 Tool Power Tool Combo Kit, now at $199. No matter what the project is, Craftsman's high-quality, high-performance products empower you to build on. Visit Lowe's and check out the full line of Craftsman tools today. Valid through 7/9 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Maximum initial battery voltage measured without a workload is 20 volts. Nominal voltage is 18.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. One more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Your burger is served. And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Thank you, DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, for being a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium. Book your next stay at the DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
When there's baseball news you need to know before the trade deadline, never lose touch with the radio home of the Braves. Listen to Chuck and Chernoff weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan.
First pitch to Shea Langoliers, in for a called strike. Bottom of the 7th inning. You're just now tuning in. Boy, have I got some bad news for you. It is 10-1 A's here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a bouncer foul at the end of the A's dugout. Still Cox on the mound for the Braves. And for the A's here in the bottom of the 7th, Langoliers followed by Soderstrom and Muncy due up. Time called by Langoliers. Cox came on to get the final out of the 6th inning. Pitch in the dirt, and then goes to the backstop. Folks, did you know the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? It's like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. This has really turned into a de facto bullpen game for the Braves tonight. Langoliers takes a ball high. Didier Fuentes, the starter, went 1 inning. Gave up 8 runs on 5 hits. Allowed 3 homers. Jesse Chavez came in. 3 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits. Allowed a couple of home runs. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Langoliers sends one down the left field line. Foul right off the sidewall. Then we saw De Los Santos for an inning and 2/3, and now it's Cox here for the bottom of the 7th. And of course, the Braves are hoping to get some length out of Fuentes. Didn't happen. But they will definitely need some length from their next 2 starters, Elder and Strider, in games 2 and 3 of this series. That'll be fouled off. Pitching has been so thin because of the injuries. 4 starters from the original starting 5 rotation are not available. Here's the 2-2. Low and inside, 3-2.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do, too. You had the bullpen day on Saturday. That spot's be coming up soon. Then you got Fuentes. Does he make another start? A lot of questions.
Yeah, not many answers. There's the 3-2 pitch. Langoliers pulls one foul on the left field line. I mean, it's really difficult to get through an entire season losing players of any position with injuries. But when you start running thin on starting pitching, it can really go downhill quickly. Again, the 3-2. Fouled back. Do it again with a 3-2 count.
And unfortunately, we're probably going to see some guys that aren't ready make some starts at some point this year. Just because we don't have a choice.
Right.
Wouldn't be surprised if Jesse makes a start somewhere along the line on this road trip, too.
3-2 and a fly ball to right field. Eli White calling off Stuart Fairchild. Makes the catch out and right. Now a pinch hitter for Soderstrom. Up to the plate will be Kobe Thomas. Soderstrom finishes his night 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. Colby Thomas, right-handed hitter, takes a called strike. He's batting 100. He only had 10 ABs. So even guys like Nick and I can do the math on that.
I was going to ask 10 if you did.
A couple of dummies like us can figure that one out. That misses low.
That one hit was a double.
There's a 1-1 to Thomas. Pulled foul at the end of the A's dugout. You know, earlier we were talking about how the A's are splitting this facility with the Sacramento River Cats, AAA team for the San Francisco Giants. And virtually a game on this field every single day between the two teams. A's playing here, and then when they leave town, the River Cats play here. That'll be fouled off. And I couldn't help but looking at the River Cats schedule and found something really, I'm sure, challenging for them. A's had a pretty significant stretch at home in June. That forced the River Cats to have one wild road trip. Here's the 1-2. And he gets him swinging. Went down with a curveball, strikes him out. Dropped momentarily by Murphy. But he recovers, fires to the inside of the bag, gets the strikeout of Thomas. And 2 down. How about this? Back in June, due to the A's home schedule, the River Cats played just 7 home games the entire month. 7. And they are forced to embark on a 21-day road trip. I mean, can you imagine being around J-Chad for 21 days in a row on the road?
There would be 3 off days, so I'd miss it for 3.
Max Muncy takes a ball low.
You know what, though? That schedule is crazy, and if it was back like it used to be in the PCL, now they're doing 6-game series with the Monday off. If it wasn't like that,
Muncy takes a strike.
That would have been an absolute nightmare.
So they have every Monday off, right?
Every Monday off.
In the minor leagues.
6-game series.
You'll go to a place for a week, and then the next place for a week, and then the next place for a week.
And in the past, it was literally early flights every 3 or 4 days, however long that series was, and it just kept going. If you did that during this stretch of 3 weeks on the road,
1-1, missed outside.
That would have been a nightmare.
Oh, man. By the way, there's action in the Braves bullpen. Luke Williams is up and tossing in the Braves bullpen. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 10-1 in favor of the A's. 2-1 pitch is low.
I used to sleep on the training room table so I could save on a hotel on those travel days. You have to get up at the field at 4:30 in the morning. Just pack it up.
We're on to Muncy. Hard hit ball through the left side between Riley and Allen. Muncy with his second hit of the game. 2-out single. So for guys on that team who have an apartment, they paid rent for a place that they stayed in 7 nights.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it gets paid for now.
Good.
They have to provide housing.
Okay.
So unless you did it on your own.
Okay.
If you went out somewhere else and did it on your own, then you wasted a whole month of rent.
A month's rent for a place you spent 7 nights in. That Geloff swings the first pitch and a fly ball to center field. Over to his right. Fairchild gallops to it. Makes the catch for out number 3. That ends the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th inning. 10-1 Athletics.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you, I was devastated when tragedy struck in 2021, killing 13.
Lowe's knows how to help you save. This July 4th, get up to 40% off select Whirlpool kitchen appliances. Plus, get an additional 10% off when you buy 2 or 3 select major appliances. And when you buy 4 or more, you'll save an additional 20%. Find the right appliances and features that fit your kitchen's unique needs and style. Shop Whirlpool 4th of July deals at Lowe's. Valid through 7/9. See Lowe's.com for details. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Selection varies by location.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
Great moments in baseball have been broadcast on the radio since 1921.
Smith corks one into right down the line. They scored 10 times in the first 3 innings. 9 of those came in the first 2 innings. And the one Braves run came with a home run by Eli White in the 5th inning. Here's Matt Olson, and he'll take a ball inside. By the way, and I don't know why you would be scoring at home, but in case you are, scoring change from the top of the 7th inning. Matt Olson pops one up. Foul ground back behind the plate. Langoliers coming back to the screen, and that's into the 2nd row. The ball put in play by Nick Allen in the 7th. It was originally ruled a single to the left side of the infield. They've changed that to an E6. So Max Schumann charged with an error and a hit taken away from Nick Allen. So the line score right now for the A's reached 10 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. And for the Braves, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. 1-1 pitch. Olson fouls one back, 1-2. Game 2 will be tomorrow night. That'll be another 10:05 Eastern first pitch back in Atlanta. 9:05 Central. 1-2 fouled back into the screen. That'll be Bryce Elder and Mitch Spence tomorrow night. Righty Elder, righty Spence. 10:05 Eastern, 9:05 Central. Past midnight back home. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a ball high to Olson. Maybe some of you did the responsible thing. Once it got to 10-0, you say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed tonight. Try to save up for tomorrow night. Re-rack them. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Olson swings and misses at a cutter for strike 3. 1 down in the 8th. Hey, Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. Show your support by visiting braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area. Austin Riley, the batter. Riley takes the first pitch strike. Riley 1 for 3 with a single. He'll sock one in the air to right field. Charging in and sliding to it, Lawrence Butler. He makes the catch for the out. He robs Austin Riley. Got a really good break on that one, going in and to his right. Kind of into a knee first slide to squeeze it going across the grass.
Yeah, good swing by Austin, too, going the other way. And when you look at Lawrence Butler in the outfield, his best or rated route would be to his arm side to his right. And he showed it right there. Look, this kid's a stud. We know that. They signed him for a long-term deal for a reason. We've seen the 2 homers today. And
Sean Murphy takes the ball. He's had a big game,
nice catch. Yeah, nice catch there.
He's scored 3 runs. He's hit 2 homers. He's made a couple of very impressive defensive plays. 1-0 to Murphy. He'll swing and miss at a cutter.
You know, between him and Denzel Clark in center field, they can cover a lot of ground.
Man, can they ever. Not just ground. They can cover some balls that are originally going to go over the wall. They've had some spectacular robbed homers this season. There's a comebacker over the bag at second. Geloff has it, wings it over to first base for the final out. Now the Braves go down 1-2-3 in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the inning, 10-1 A's.
The DoubleTree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves, is conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves.
Lowe's knows how to help you save this 4th of July. Upgrade your laundry routine with the new and exclusive first-of-its-kind all-in-one vented laundry combo. Wash and dry in just 68 minutes. Save up to 40% on select major appliances. Plus, when you buy more, you save more. Shop Samsung this July 4th at Lowe's. Valid through 7/9. See Lowe's.com for details. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Selection varies by location.
5 a.m. I'm up with a crisp Celsius energy drink. Running 12 miles today. Grab a green juice, quick change, and head to work. Meetings, workshops. 1 more Celsius, no slowing down. Working late, but obviously still meeting the girls for a little dancing. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Tampa.
Your burger is served. And this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar.
As you do. Discover new possibilities at YanmarTractor.com.
Hey, Braves fans, don't get tricked into following the baseball season or the Atlanta sports scene anywhere else. Listen to Cellini and Domino weekdays 10 to 2 on 680 The Fan.
Bottom 8, Braves trail 10-1. Didier Puente started this game 8 earned and 1+ innings, 3 innings, 2 earned for Jesse Chavez, a couple of scoreless innings for De Los Santos and Cox, and now Luke Williams for the 3rd time this year.
So a position player on the mound. The first pitch is ball low and outside. You want to talk about bad luck. The 8th inning is our Yanmar strikeout the side inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Clark. That'll be fouled back. Can you imagine being our contestant tonight, knowing that if you get a strikeout the side inning from the Braves pitcher, you win the Yanmar UTV, and you finally get your name chosen and you get a position player on the mound? 1-1, swung on, missed. Denzel Clark with a 1-2 count. So let me just say this. If Luke Williams strikes out the side and we get a winner tonight, the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, it'll be the biggest underdog contest story of our entire season. It's a ball outside.
He tried it. 82. Wasn't it his last time out? He punched his first guy out.
That'll be swung on and missed. A changeup by Clark, 1 down. All right. Yes, he did, because he was against the Phillies.
Yeah. Kyle Schwarber.
Got the strikeout of Kyle Schwarber. All right, 1 down here in the 8th. The Yanmar strikeout the side inning. If Luke Williams strikes out the side, our contestant Mary Myers will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Ball outside to Butler. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar UTV. 1-0 pitch. There's ball outside. You'll also be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar built together back longer. I mean, you want to talk about a long shot. Let's see if he can do it. 2-0 pitch. Fouled back, 2-1.
The best part about this is that Cash trying to figure out what he's throwing. He dropped a slider on the last one. He dropped a changeup on the one he struck out on.
Here's the 2-1. And a fly ball to left. Go foul. Profar in pursuit. Profar is under it, and he's got it. So no winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. We haven't had a winner all year. But I'm telling you, man, if we'd had a winner tonight with Luke Williams on the mound for our first winner of the year, I'd have seen it all at that point. 2 down after the fly out to left field. And Mary Myers, we appreciate you playing. Thanks so much for tuning in. 2 down for Max Schumann. And also a deep drive to center. On the run, Fairchild. To the warning track, he's there. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Luke Williams. He might win our Home Depot Player of the Game award for that 1-2-3 effort there in the bottom of the 8th. He's got a smile on his face. We go to the 9th, 10-1 A's.
Lowe's knows how to help you save. This July 4th, get up to 40% off select Whirlpool kitchen appliances. Plus, get an additional 10% off when you buy 2 or 3 select major appliances. And when you buy 4 or more, you'll save an additional 20%. Find the right appliances and features that fit your kitchen's unique needs and style. Shop Whirlpool 4th of July deals at Lowe's. Valid through 7/9. See Lowe's.com for details. Savings vary based on purchase amount. Selection varies by location.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor Portrayal. Terms and conditions apply. Not available in all states.
Hey, homeowners, can I get a minute of your time? If you need cash but don't want another loan, I've got the perfect solution. You can access up to $500,000 of your home's equity without monthly payments or interest ever with Unlock. This isn't a loan. It's a home equity agreement. With Unlock, you may qualify for cash today in exchange for a share of your home's future value. No debt, no extra bills, just financial flexibility on your terms. Use the money however you want. Home improvements, paying off debt, investing, or boosting your retirement savings. Unlike HELOCs, home equity loans, or cash out refis, there are no monthly payments. No stress. You've built this equity. Now it's time to use it. Go to unlock.com for more information.
Don't wait. Call 888-780-6854 to unlock the equity in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Call 888-780-6854. 888-780-6854 or visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com for more information.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got
680 and 93.7, home of the Braves.
New pitcher for the A's, right-hander Elvis Alvarado. Got recalled June 27th. This is going to be his 3rd stint with the A's. Big-time fastball, 4-seamer, sinker, both sitting at 98 range, a slider as well. 8th game on the season, a 4.82 ERA.
There to greet him, Marcelo Zuna, will be followed by Ozzie Albies and Stuart Fairchild. Just about bringing up the rear in Major League Baseball tonight. There's a called strike. Everything is final with the exception of the game in San Francisco. Actually, I think the Giants just walked off the Phillies. 4-3 the final score. That was a 3-1 Philly lead going to the 9th. Ozuna with a deep fly towards center. And actually not near as deep as I thought. That'll be caught in center field by Clark. Just missed the sweet spot of the bat. Yeah, the Giants have beaten the Phillies 4-3. So this is the final game in Major League Baseball. Mets winner in 10 innings over the Orioles, 7-6 in Baltimore. Marlins won again. They hammered the Reds 12-2. Blue Jays stay out. They defeat the White Sox 6-1. Good ball outside Ozzie Albies. Nationals were defeated by the Cardinals 4-2. Those are some of the scores tonight on the SIA LTL Freight scoreboard. Ozzie with the ground ball to second. Wrapping it up, Zach Geloff throws the first 2 down. Scoreboard delivered to you by SIA LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Atlanta Braves. Well, Greeny, it can only go up from here tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it can go down. Sure.
I hope not. This is just...
It's been ugly. It's been fine after the 3rd inning, but 10 runs in the first 3?
Ball pulled foul by Fairchild down the left field line. Yeah, this game just started with a gigantic splat for the Braves. I mean, they said play ball, and it felt like within 5 minutes it was 10-0 A's. They have not looked back. They've hit 5 homers tonight, which ties their season high. There's the ball low. I'll give you an interesting one. The other game that the A's hit 5 home runs in against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Got to bring it a full circle with our home run discussion earlier about Dodger Stadium. 1-1 to Fairchild. Line out to second. Taken off one out by Geloff. Sends it over to first base. And mercifully, this game comes to an end. It was all A's tonight as they throttle the Braves with a 10-1 victory behind the power of 5 home runs. 4 went over the wall. 1 was an inside the park homer. Lawrence Butler with a 2-home run night. And it's all Athletics 10-1 over the Braves. Back with the totals after this.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Are you in the market for a mortgage? If you're borrowing for a big purchase, save money with my friends at Georgia's Own Credit Union, because Georgia's Own is local and not for profit.
Lowe's knows laundry day should be easy. Achieve maximum versatility with a dryer door that swings open either way, making load transfer from washer to dryer a breeze. Plus, with LG ThinQ, save time by controlling your washer remotely. Shop LG, America's most reliable line of home appliances, today at Lowe's. Based on independent reliability surveys 2021 to 2024 and select major appliances as compared to competing manufacturers offering full appliance lines. See associate for more details. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply. Valid 6/18 through 7/9.
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Tampa.
Your burger is served, and this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. Its sweet profile perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger.
That is one perfect combination. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
For full details, including terms and conditions, visit unlock.com/legal. Call 1-888-780-6854 to speak with a representative today. Actor portrayal. Terms and conditions apply.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just give them a call or go to unlock.com.
Call 1-888-780-6854 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Use the money for home improvements, to pay off debt, or to add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Visit unlock.com. That's unlock.com. Or call 1-888-780-6854 now to get started.
These are your own old warped windows and doors. This is the Power Company. Want to make it a fair fight? Get energy-efficient custom windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. Go to bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Take a hack at guessing which baseball player or manager said the following.
I really don't know what to say. I'm just...
Proud to present today's player of the game, Nick Green. Who will that be tonight?
I was going to give it to Luke Williams, but I'll give it to Iniel De Los Santos. I liked what he did on the mound. Inning in 2/3, shutout. The stuff looked really good. Nice job by him.
All right, so Iniel De Los Santos, your player of the game, built by the Home Depot, how doers get more done. Here are the totals. For the A's, 10 runs, 10 hits, 5 of which were homers, 1 error, and 4 men left on base. For the Braves, 1 run, 6 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on base. Braves had 1 home run, the solo shot by Eli White. A's improved to 38-55. Braves fall to 39-51, and the Braves have now lost 5 games in a row. The winning pitcher is Jeffrey Springs, who improves to 7-6 with a 3.92 ERA. Didier Fuentes takes the loss. He goes to 0-3 with an ERA of 13.85. Time of the game, 2 hours, 25 minutes in front of 8,620. Like I mentioned, the Braves hit one home run tonight, so that means you'll score $75 off a set of select tires tomorrow only, plus a free alignment and a free oil change with your tire purchase only from Tire Discounters. Learn more about the Braves and Tire Discounters round-tripper promotion at tirediscounters.com/Braves. Game 2 tomorrow. We'll tell you about that when we come back and close on the Braves Radio Network.
At home on your phone, in the backyard alone, you can play all day, make some money. Anytime, DigiGames are online.
DigiGames from the Georgia Lottery are online with over 50 fun games, plus your favorite draw games. Mega Millions, Powerball, Keno, Cash 3, Cash 4, Fantasy 5, and Cash Pop.
DigiGames, draw games, it's all online.
Win money on your phone, tablet, or laptop at PlayDigi.com. Play responsibly.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.